What's going on, everybody? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. I hope everybody's doing well, and we're going to dive right into our monthly iTrustCapital video. Hopefully my breathing is a little better. I've been popping oregano oil and just had like a little cold over the past few days. But per usual, I'm going to trim these clips together, and I also want to make sure that I play maybe like a 5-minute clip in this interview I did with Jared Feldman last month. He goes over some really interesting things everybody wants to know about the XRP lending product, and he gives a lot of information about that, along with a $15 trillion crypto market cap prediction. So we'll go over that, and keep in mind, it's anybody's best guess. What happens over the next 5 to 10 years, the crypto asset class is around $2 trillion. We can look at other asset classes or indices. We have the S&P 500 at $58 trillion. Going to 8 infinite market cap, we can see that gold today is $34 trillion. We have silver at $4 trillion. And then up here, let me actually just zoom in because I think you can see it and the overlay doesn't cover it. We have companies over $136 trillion. So yeah, the big question is, when do we get there? Is it 10 trillion? Is it 100 trillion? Because the potential is that big. And for reference, we have Securitize posting this last month discussing a $400 trillion tokenization opportunity, saying it's a generational opportunity. We can see about $25 billion tokenized today. Now the big question is, to reach this number in the future, what percentage will be tokenized on public crypto networks? What percentage will be on private? And then what percentage of that will be interoperable on hybrid networks used on both? And believe me, I get it that it might be annoying talking about these big numbers, but we have to understand that this is a giant generational tech shift, and tokenization is happening. This could very well be talking about Nvidia 10, 20 years ago, or even Amazon. And I can't emphasize enough, hindsight is 2020, just talking about the percentage returns. And here's Nvidia. I can even go and find Amazon for reference, and I know these are best case scenarios, but there are going to be tech giants that rise out of this. I know I've shown this a lot, even Amazon back in '99 crashing about 94, 95%, and then a parabolic rise. We're talking over 700x. So the biggest thing I want to emphasize about the crypto asset class is this tech shift is far from over. And not financial advice for anybody else, but I am absolutely keeping long-term exposure over the next 5, 10, even 20 years. And by the way, if you think it's hypey for me to show Amazon, Nvidia reaching multi-trillion-dollar market caps and talking about a 500 or 800x, that's already happened in the crypto space before. Even looking at Bitcoin, we just know how big these percentage ROIs have been. Same thing for Ethereum, and keep in mind this on the monthly chart, we get a look at the wicks, it doesn't really matter, it's just huge ROI. And the same thing can be said about XRP, we have yet to reach multi-trillion-dollar valuations. Like we've seen for some giant companies like Nvidia, Apple, Alphabet, or Google. And that's exactly why iTrustCapital is the option for US residents, whether you choose between an IRA, not financial advice, but a Roth IRA for tax-free growth is a must-have for me. Or even a premium custody account, a closed-loop system for investors that don't want to worry about custodying their own assets, they don't want to worry about maintaining their firmware for cold storage wallets, or even if you do both. The nice thing about this is you have all of your assets in the same dashboard. You can trade 24/7, 365. There's no worrying about sending assets between wallets, hoping that you have the memo tag or destination tag. And the biggest thing, I know people are worried about hacks, and rightfully so, and a million phishing scams. The big thing you have to worry about is user error and losing your funds. So that's exactly why a premium custody account with a closed-loop system is the solution. And you can even choose between the new treasury accounts for business owners, anybody that owns or operates a trust, or even a nonprofit. For those that want to begin securing their legacy and building up that treasury account over time. And we're going to see this grow more and more in the future. And I'm sure you guys saw this the other day, retweeted by the company Ripple. We have RLUSD, the Ripple US dollar, now available on iTrust. I logged into my dashboard over here and took a screenshot. We can see that on iTrustCapital, you can earn up to 2% in rewards. And remember that I have iTrustCapital linked in the top of the YouTube video description of this video and the first link in my link tree. And I highly recommend everybody getting started. Put in your email, check out the dashboard, and when you're ready to fund, you can fund. There are no monthly fees whatsoever, it's just a 1% transaction fee anytime you trade, so there's no subscription, there's no quarterly fees like a lot of other platforms do. So I know that's something that a lot of people really appreciate. I know the numbers have been growing. Let me go to their homepage really quick. We can see $17 billion in transactions in over 300,000 accounts. And you can also check out a bunch of reviews. What's a huge value add for people, even those that are intimidated and new to the crypto space, is this is real live customer support. So anytime you call, you're actually speaking to a real person. You're not getting thrown in some AI bot workflow and talking, and they give you a support FAQ and don't actually help you. You're speaking to a real person that can help you navigate all of this. So really good reviews. Feel free to check them out. So I used to have my crypto Roth IRA with Bit IRA back in like 2019, and then in 2020 I did the in-kind transfer. So I took my full crypto Roth IRA from Bit IRA and I moved it to iTrust. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because now there's a special promotion going on for anybody in the same position where they are with a crypto IRA platform and the fees are going up or they have limited options. So for anybody that wants to do an in-kind crypto IRA transfer moving from an old provider to iTrust, you actually can get a 2% match bonus, which is a really big deal. So just make sure that you use the promo code SWITCH26 when you sign up and do that in-kind transfer. So this is a really good promotion going on regardless of the size of your crypto Roth IRA to get that 2% match bonus. I believe it's capped out at around $500,000, so the max that you can get from iTrust as a bonus would be $10,000. But make sure you take advantage of this, and same thing for the Roth IRA 2025 contribution deadline that is on April 15th. I think there's a lot of misinformation about Roth IRAs, and to me, it is an absolute no-brainer because every dollar that you contribute and add, you can take out penalty-free and tax-free at any time. That would just be the gains that are locked until you're age 59 and a half, but those gains are tax-free, 0%. So I can't emphasize enough how important it is to begin building your nest egg regardless of your age. Alright, so now I want to finish up today's video with really a 5-minute clip that is completely uninterrupted where Jared Feldman, SVP of iTrust, answers a bunch of questions. Going over the lending product, we had some people come on with some great questions, so thank you guys for joining. And he answers this and gives a lot of good background information and even giving a crypto market cap prediction. So I think Jared is an absolute genius. He understands the macroeconomics, he understands DeFi, really good. And next time I have him on, I would love for you guys to join if you have any questions. And the biggest thing right now is we are in a very boring time, a fearful time in the crypto asset class. The crypto fear and greed index is in fear or extreme fear. Markets are illiquid. It's not really a fun time. But the biggest opportunities are not showing up when everything's comfortable. They show up when things are shifting. So definitely keep that in mind, because the next time that we have big price rises like we see, whether it's every 3 years or every 5 years, everybody floods in, and you want to be positioned before the masses. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Pardon my voice, and everything is linked in the video description. And I want to give a huge thank you to all of you for watching today's video, for those that hit the like button, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm.
So that's kind of the last thing I'll say about that is there's a lot of risk that goes into it. We haven't felt comfortable with that risk just yet for clients, but I think after clarity passes, we'll see more demand for XRP potentially and all crypto assets. And maybe when there's more demand for XRP, we'll be able to get like good old fashioned like risk adjusted yield for borrowing, and then people can just lend out their XRP on our platform and get yield on that the way you would with like any sort of prime broker activity.
Okay, so you're thinking that's kind of what I was thinking after the Clarity Act passes, which is kind of what seems like everybody's waiting on to get, some clear road indicators or whatever.
Yeah, I would wholeheartedly agree. I mean, what I can tell you based on my experience is I started interviewing hedge fund managers and different providers for our clients to get XRP yield, and the amount of demand I've seen for XRP right now still isn't enough demand to satisfy all of the clients on our platform to get substantial yield on their XRP, but it's certainly a heck of a lot more than the demand was last year or the year before. So the demand keeps going higher and higher, and I think once there's clarity, no pun intended, I think we'll see even more demand for crypto assets and hopefully more opportunities as a result.
So you think that, my last question, that could be something that would happen this year, you're thinking? maybe.
I mean, I think that if clarity passes, I think that there's just going to be a lot more adoption. I mean, apparently there's a lot of institutions that are waiting on the sideline. They're waiting
Right.
for clarity. And if you think about all these financial advisors, there's 25,000 RIAs, registered investment advisors in the United States. I mean, in theory, if there's more adoption for crypto, there's going to be more perpetuals, more derivatives, more options. And when you have more options and derivatives and perpetuals, and if you have more lending when it comes to crypto assets, there's going to be demand to borrow XRP. There's going to be demand to borrow ETH and Sol and Bitcoin. There's already demand for Bitcoin, but all of the other ones, when there's demand for all these other assets, that demand to borrow is what allows you to get yield to lend out your assets. You can't get yield off your XRP if there isn't a substantial demand to borrow it on the back end. So hopefully we see more demand as the market becomes more legitimate.
Very good. Jared, I appreciate that. Thank you for your time, both of you, and Kevin as well. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yep,
for sure.
thank
Have
you.
a nice weekend.
Yeah, I think we can pretty much finish up on that. And just regarding, I mean, thinking what we've seen in this space for the past 10 years, I know there was some stats related to retirement funds totaling about 48 trillion last year, and about 18.9 trillion at the end of the third quarter was just IRAs. And then thinking about the entire crypto market cap today, a little over 2 trillion. Where are we going to be in the next 10 years, 20 years?
You want me to put an estimate on where we are?
Let's finish up with a price prediction.
I mean, total market cap for crypto. I mean, what gold is at like 30 trillion at this point.
Yeah, gold is at 36 trillion. Silver's at 5 trillion. S&P 500 is 60 trillion. Where do you see the crypto asset class? Not financial advice, just for fun.
I mean, I would say in the next 10 years, at least 10 trillion. So we can. I would put my guess at 15. But that might be more of a conservative kind of estimate. I just think 10 years is a very, very long time. Like, for anyone who thinks that's crazy, if anyone who thinks that's crazy, I don't think that they realize how long 10 years is. I remember when DeFi, Vance Spencer, who I'm a huge fan of, Vance Spencer, and I remember in like 2020 or maybe 2019, he went on Bankless and he was like talking about how he thought that DeFi total value locked was going to go to like 75 billion within a few years. And then that was crazy at the time, but then it did get there, right? But then after 21, we went through a huge bear market, and then it went back down. But I think that anything is possible when it comes to these numbers, because I think that there will just be more and more adoption for crypto, especially as the macroeconomic environment continues the way that it is. I mean, I think once again, this isn't iTrustCapital speaking. I think that all roads just lead to more money printing. And I think that just leads to an increase in the value of assets, and hard assets in particular.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button and let me know your thoughts down below. You can find all links to my crypto resources, including tools for charting, trading bots, wallets, portfolio trackers, and exclusive discounts right in my link tree in the video description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.